Hello, YouTube. Oof, it has been a while, but it's lovely to see your faces. So bear with me while I go through my usual shameless self-promotion, and let's try to fix some shit. Oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna be a day. I don't know if it's gonna be a good day. I don't know if it's gonna be a bad day. But it's gonna be a day. That was silly. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what, it's nice to be back. I needed the break, but it's nice to be back. Alright. Demi! What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. I needed a break. I just needed a break from streaming for a while. Still been doing repairs, still, running the business and such, but just needed a little break from everything. So, took a little time off, but we back. Alright, so as usual, going to give a little time for people to get in. While I'm doing that, I just realized that the hard drive that I need for my my repair today, let's see if I can get it to focus. Focus. Focus, you bastard. This thing don't focus worth a damn. I'll get it under the microscope, but it's got a little residual liquid damage of some kind. Doesn't appear to be cat pee, but we're going to clean that off real fast while I'm waiting for some people to get in, and hopefully the hard drive still works. Otherwise, I don't know that I have one that does, and I may have to use an SSD, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to give this a quick clean. Just a little 99% alcohol. Give a quick quick scrub. I swear if my son spilled something on this, there will be hell to pay. Oh no, different camera. I ended up getting just a small little, like a desktop webcam that you can usually put on top of the monitor up here. And I was using my cell phone before, but yeah, I need my cell phone for business and stuff like that. I eventually want to get another camera set up, like a small camera over here, where you guys can actually have a better view of the consoles as I'm working on them. So I'm hoping to get that done. Or at the very least, what's called, like a holder for my phone, a small little desktop holder that I can just kind of bend over and just use that and still use the phone at the same time. But that's much later down the road. I got a lot of moving parts right now. I'm getting ready to move in probably the next 6-7 months here, and yeah, money is tied up everywhere. I'm not sure on this hard drive. I got it as clean as I'm going to get it right now, but I don't know. We shall see. We'll see how it goes. We'll make sure it turns on right. All right. So just another couple minutes here. Allow me to... Nope. Well, if it wasn't broken before, it is now. No, I'm kidding. So let me crack open the caffeine for the day. Salud. Salud. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. All right. So, like I mentioned in the description here, or in the title, we are going to be working on an Xbox One X that I previously attempted to fix and was not able to. Where did I put my things? My things are all over the place right now. I just reorganized my desk, and it did not last. Loud noises, sorry guys. Dust out this thing real fast. Alright, there we go. Alright, so about another minute or so. Give some people some time to jump in here. And we will get things going. So I appreciate everybody coming back out. I know it's been a while since my last stream. And it is lovely to see all of your faces coming back to hang. Which is really what I enjoy about this channel. Yes, I get to spread the repair knowledge and the mistakes that I make along the way and help other people learn from those. But I also like hanging out with you guys. It's a lot of fun for me. Oh man, I'll tell you what, this new camera really shows off the gray areas of the hair. Whew. Oh, age is catching up to me. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, so what we will be working on, actually before we get too far into it, let me disconnect this. We're going to make sure the thing actually turns on. It doesn't do the broken hard drive thing. So what we're going to be working on is, like I said, I still haven't torn apart, but this is the Xbox One X that I worked on probably about a month and a half ago, and just kind of sat back and had a bunch of customers coming in and didn't have time to get back to it, but now I have some free time. So this is a no display issue. Last time we worked on it, we attempted to replace the retimer chip, and that did not work. So what I'm going to do first of all is double check my retimer, because I think I don't think it sat properly, and I think we need to do it again. So I'm going to try. We're going to check it out. We're going to make sure that the chip is seated properly, making good connection, everything like that. I think that's probably where my issue is. But if not, if we reseat it, we double check everything, it looks good, and it still doesn't give a display, then we will probably do an ESD bypass because I don't have another ESD to use. So we'll probably just take the ESD chip off and bypass it. The last time I did that, it did not go well. But I have confidence. I'm more prepared now. That was actually one of the first jobs I did on, it was before I was even on YouTube. I was doing it on Facebook. It was an ESD bypass, and I hadn't even done trace wire repair before, so long time in the past. But we're gonna try and make sure that we can get this down pat and get it right. So without further ado, first things first, I need to plug this hard drive in, and I need to make sure that we don't get the 10-second turn off as soon as it gets plugged in. So we're gonna do that. Because again, something spilled on this damn hard drive, and I don't know that it's gonna work. What's doing, Chris? Good to see you, buddy. Hell yeah. Oh, it's so nice to be back. I hope all's well with you, man. Alright, so I've got the original hard drive in there that somebody spilled something on. Probably my son, if I had to guess. The junior technician is not the most dainty when it comes to things. Alright, so let me grab the power board. That is the power board, yes. I believe that's the power board. I'm almost positive it's the power board. Let's just double check real quick. 100% the power board. Alright, awesome. Okay, so we're going to plug the power board in. It's Xbox One X. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that's power for sure. Alright. So, plug this in. And you guys can already see the screen. So, first things first, let me drop the camera angle a little bit so we can see the light come on. Alright. So the first thing I want to double check, again because the hard drive did have something spill on it, so I want to see if it shuts off by itself after like the usual 10-15 seconds because of the damaged hard drive. If it did, then yeah, we know we're kind of cooked. But I do have an SSD to put into it if I have to. I really don't want to do that though. So we're going to let it ride for a second and see if it shuts off. So like I said, for those of you guys just coming in, just a quick recap. I worked on this Xbox One X about a month and a half ago because of a no display issue. HDMI port was fine, so we did the retimer because that's 99% of the causes. It still did not display. I did try a different hard drive in it. I tried an SSD that has a Windows drive on it already, which should have given me a display and just said that it can't recognize the hard drive. It did not. So one of two things. Either A, the retimer isn't done properly, which I'm leaning towards right now. I think I might have messed up the retimer. Or B, the ESD is bad, and we're going to do an ESD bypass. So we're going to try both. I don't see this turning off, so I think this hard drive might actually be okay, which is a fudging miracle. I got to remember, I'm streaming on YouTube. It's a fucking miracle. So I think we're actually okay there. Let's throw an HDMI port in it and just make sure we're still having the same problem. If this works right now, it's going to be a miracle. Yeah, see, Demi, it's different for me. My Xboxes usually go pretty well, except for the Series X's, man. The Series X's have been the death of me. Um, but the Xbox One X, One S, even the Series S. The Series S, I actually had a customer come in recently with 8 torn traces on the HDMI port, and I mean like fully lifted and torn, and was one of the easier wire jobs I've ever done. But PS4s I always have terrible luck with. It's always a nightmare. All right, let's throw a little alcohol on this HDMI port. Let's shove it in the back of the console and see if we have anything. Get out of here. Ooh, put my finger in the fan, don't do that. Alright. There we go. Let's see if we get anything on the screen. Yeah, still nothing. But again, the console is still turned on and everything is fully functional. So I'm almost positive this is not the hard drive. It has to be either the retimer chip or the ESD. I'm banking on one of the... It could also be a random component somewhere, like one of the diodes isn't getting proper voltage or something, I suppose. But I'm more leaning towards that retimer. Alright, so yeah, still no signal, which is fine. Alright, so we can go ahead and shut her down. And that's another thing right there that tells me the hard drive is actually fully working and getting to the correct screen, because it shuts down perfectly normal. I don't have to hold it down or unplug it or anything. So that tells me that hard drive is still good, which is amazing. Because, like I said, I saw liquid damage and my heart dropped. Alright, so I should not need that SSD, which is good. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull the power board out. And unplug it. Un-HDMI it. Just put this over to the side for the time being. Okay, so I'm going to take out the hard drive. I suppose it could also be an APU issue, but I really doubt it. I feel like there'd be other issues if it was an APU issue, you know what I mean? Alright, there we go. Okay, power supply is out. Let's disconnect the fan. And the fan is out. Oh, got a cramp in my hip. Oh, the age is catching up for me good. Woo. Ooh, boy. Okay. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and take the board out. Alright. And from here I think we can switch over to microscope cam. I think that's reasonable. Let's go ahead and switch over to microscope cam. Boop. Alright. There we go. Okay. Now, as I've stated several times during my Xbox repairs, if this is your first one, you'll hear it now. Do not do what I'm about to do. There are tools that you can buy that will take off these X clamps far more reasonably than what I'm about to do. So do that. Do it the correct way. I don't have one of those tools, and quite frankly I've just been too lazy to order one because the way I have works. So, but that doesn't make it right. Come in here and push down on the clamp. Push down on the clamp. There we go. And when two of them come off, you just kind of slide that clamp right off. Bada bing, bada boom. It's a beautiful thing. Just put the clamp over there for now. And we will lift. Ooh, this is stuck on there. Alright, we will not lift. We will lift here. Woo! That thermal paste needs good replacing, but I'm not doing that, obviously, until we get the rest of it fixed. So, let's take a look here and see where things have gone wrong. Because something has definitely gone wrong. So, let's take a gander over yonder. Let's move some of these PS5 controller screws out of the way. And get that right about there. It should be okay. Okay. So that is our retimer. Alright. I mean, you can tell it's obviously been worked on, but oh, that thing is sitting mad crooked. Okay, well, that's problem number one. We can see that. Okay. I do want to check some continuity. Well, now let's take a look at that chip first, because that chip looks crooked as all hell. All right, so let's do some investigation here. Why did I put that back together? Did I just assume it was okay? Did I make a stupid move like that? I might have. I very well might have. Okay. Let's get down in here a bit. Okay. No, okay. So even though that's crooked, that is connected. It looks like. It looks like all of those joints are connecting to the chip. Okay. Interesting. Let's check another side here. Move the board. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely off, but it still looks like it's connected. Maybe not, though. It could be that that part there isn't connected fully. That's entirely possible. It also looks pretty flat as far as that goes. Alright, let's turn around to the other side. So this side that we're about to check is the one that had me concerned, because I think the last time I saw it, I was like, it's not like 100%, but it looked okay. Try and get a better side angle here. Sorry about the shaky camera, guys. Okay. Yeah, see, okay. So there's that one pin right there that's not fully connected. You kind of see it right there. Looks like that's a bad solder joint. So maybe I can try to just run my soldering iron over that area and reconnect that pin. Alright, and let's check the other side. The final side, I should say. Oh no, that's way off. Oh, no wonder it's not working. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright, well, yep. And again, that's why I wanted to check this first, because I had a feeling I did something wrong. And that is 100% wrong. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this retimer off. I'm almost positive the chip itself is fine, but yeah, we got to get that off. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the chip off and I'm going to re-tin all the pads around it. All the pads around where the chip goes on, I should say. So we're going to take that thing right off. a little flux. I thought I had 3 up here. Didn't I have 3? Maybe not. Alright, well, either way, it's fine. Alright. There we go. So we're going to let the iron heat up a little bit. You know, before I take the thing fully off, let's see if I can just kind of bump it back into place. Just the gentlest of nudges. Let that cool for a second. Come in, just push down on the chip. So yeah, before I remove it completely, let's just see if the addition, just the slight bump of it, and obviously we're going to go around right now and tidy up all the edges. And to do that, I'm going to need a different tip. Is this the tip I want? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Swap tips real quick. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we're up and running. That's fine. I understand those are bridged down there. I'm not going to miss those. I'm just giving it a quick rundown with some solder. And let's grab a little bit of wick, just kind of clean up some of that excess right there. I was trying to do it without cleaning the putting fresh wick on, but that ain't gonna happen. Let's get a fresh piece of wick on there. I can't believe I let that slide the first time. There's no way I could have seen that properly if I did. I would never would have let that go. Not one of my my smarter moments, unfortunately. But here we are. We're here to learn. So now I need to switch back to my other tip because it's bigger and gives me more heat. Remove. Replace. Yep, thank you. Okay. Alright, let's jump in here. There we go. Yeah, I've run into that problem a couple times. As far as the iron being too hot and like actually ripping the traces up. So hopefully that's not the case here. But I mean, the camera obviously showed that if I'm looking directly at it, then the left side of the chip, this side over here, was way out of alignment. So that right there is probably a good indication of why it wasn't working. I will always blame myself before I blame the technology, especially if I've worked on it before. All right, there we go. So the joints look nice and shiny. The chip looks a little bit better aligned, even just looking at it from where I am now. Not even under the microscope, just looking at it in general. So let's have another look-see, shall we? Alright, so I'm going to come back over here. And how do we look? There's still a bridge there. So we're going to fix that real quick. Fresh flux down. And we're going to come in, clean the iron real quick. Alright, let's go ahead and come on in here. There we go. Like so. Okay, there we go. Much better. Alright, so no bridges. The repair strips, like the ones I've seen on like Northridge and things like that, they will work okay as long as it's not a long trace that needs to be repaired. They aren't very fine, so I probably wouldn't do it. I would probably just use wire. But they should, I mean, the pads are able to do the job. Alright, so that side is now back to fixed. Let's swing around and check the other sides. Alright, let's get under here. Where are you at? Nope. Nope, there you are. Is there another bridge? Nope, that's just flux. Okay, so those are still aligned and connected. Those are good. Okay, let's move around. bridges. Oh, hella bridged. Okay, not a problem. Fix that up real quick. Okay. No more bridges, looks good. Alright. And pop around to the final side, which was the side that was misaligned previously. And are we still misaligned? Is this the right chip? That is the right chip. Okay. Are we still out of alignment? Not anymore. It's not great, that's for sure. But the pins are all connected. They were not previously at all. At all. So let's get a little alcohol in there. Yeah, those pins are connected now for sure. Okay. Alright, so now that the pins are back in alignment, before I do any other work, let's get back to this. So let me clean up a little bit here. Let's also make sure I didn't bump any components. I do have a tendency of doing that. But not this time. This time we're good. Alright, let's clean up. It really is crazy to think about the HDMI. This whole console was the first repair I ever did live, and it went horribly. It went so bad. So it's crazy to think to where I am now, where I can actually do these types of repairs comfortably without much issue at all. And thinking back to those first Facebook streams, it's just wild, man. Absolutely wild. Alright. Just trying to get a good Q-tip clean in there before I come in with the toothbrush. Alright, a little more alcohol. And the toothbrush. Alright, and come in with a little bit of hot air. Help that give it some assistance in drying off. Alright, there we go. Clean as a whistle. Okay, so I'm comfortable where that chip is now. You know what, hell with it, let's just give it a test. Alright, so, bring you guys back over here. Boop. Alright, so first things first. Sorry, there's like some burn residue or something on the bottom corner that made me concerned, but I don't see anything that would cause it, so all good. Alright, so now that the chip has been recentered, board didn't want to sit down properly. Alright. Oh, before I do that, let's put the heatsink on, shall we? That would be smart. Alright. There we go. that's on. And clamp. Go. There we go. Perfect. Alright, now we can put it back in. Who are you meowing at? You want to come say hi? My cat's very sad that he's out here. Okay, so now that's back in properly. Let's put the fan on. Okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't need the disk drive for it to display. Obviously, if I need to update or anything like that, but I don't have to put the disk drive in order for the display to pop up. It'll just give me an error. Am I correct in that? Someone, yes or no? I'm almost positive I'm right, but I'm not 100%. Where to put the damn hard drive? There it is. Well, I don't see anybody jumping in, so I don't want to keep it waiting. I'm almost positive I don't need the disk drive for it to display. So I'm going to just ride it, and then if it still doesn't display, I'll try it with the disk drive, but I don't think the disk drive will stop it from displaying. In. HDMI going in. Okay. Let's try again. Alright. Fan is up and running. Just giving it a second. I'm building tension, okay? I'm building tension. All right. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, boy! Let's go! That is awesome. Yeah, see, it's again, it's always my fault. All right, there we go. That is full 1080p. That's gorgeous. That's beautiful. Oh, and that's great profit too. Oh man. I bought this for 60 bucks with a brand new controller. Brand new, still wrapped in the foam packaging. 60 bucks. So I'm going to make a nice profit on that one. That's huge. Let's go. Hell yeah. Alright, let's shut her down. And the hard drive works, which is great. I was concerned about that. Let's go! Alright, well, I can't just do a 45-minute stream, so y'all getting a double dose today. I have another console that we worked on that I have not fixed yet, and we're going to check it out. Alright, so that needs to be put back together. I'm just going to put that on the temporary storage facility so I can put that back together. Woo! Oh, that feels good. That felt real good. Alright, awesome. 82 Vectrex. I am on. Hang on, I need to look that up real quick. 82 Vectrex. I don't know what that is. Oh, word? I have not seen one of these. So these are a little bit before my time. These came out before I was born. But I know for a fact I have played with. Here, let me jump this on. The previous one, but I haven't seen one of these in a long time. Long time. Nice, dude. What ended up being wrong with it? While I wait for your answer, I will grab the second console that we're going to work on today. Oh. Another Series X. Oh, the Series X. So it's taken apart right now, obviously, because I didn't want to put it back together knowing I was going to keep working on it. But we're going to do a Series X today as well. I can't give you guys a 45-minute stream after being gone for almost a month. It's not good. Here's that PS4 that we did the filter replacement on. Just waiting on somebody to come purchase it. So that'll be nice, but we did this one on stream as well. Alright. Now, this bastard is another no display issue. Now, I bought it from eBay knowing that it was a no display issue and knowing that it had trace damage. So I worked on this, again, a while ago. This one was even longer. This has probably got to be at least 2 months since I've worked on it. But, so we replaced the HDMI port and we did the trace repair. And from what I saw on the trace repair, there's a white dot on the screen, please let's see. Oh, nice. Man, those parts have got to be ridiculously hard to find. Hell yeah, Demi. I love to hear that, man. The OG PS4, the big old fat boys. Love those things. Just a full fresh build, huh? You gotta love those. I love it. Again, we replaced the port. We did a trace wire repair. I think it was on pin 1, if I remember correctly. And then even after that, it still did not display. So we attempted to replace the retimer, and that did not work. And again, we're going to go back and double check my retimer job because I always blame myself first. So let's go ahead and get this baby torn apart and get back down to that board. Now, actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and let's just give it a test. Go. Let's just make sure nothing else got screwed up while we were waiting to get everything done. Put the boards for this thing. There we go. Knew I had them somewhere. Alright, so 45 minutes in the stream, my desk is already a mess. It's all bad, guys. It's all going to hell. Alright, so let's go ahead and make this as easy as possible on myself. Alright, so if I remember correctly, I think the board typically wraps around and gets put in like this. I'm almost positive, yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. And let's throw the HDMI port in. Just for shits and giggles. There we go. Right. And lastly, the power. Almost forgot to plug the Southbridge board in. That would have been very confusing for me. There we go. Okay, so let's make sure it still turns on first of all. Okay, so it does turn on. We're still good. Alright, let's go ahead and pop over real quick, just make sure we're still getting no display. Is it on the right input? It is. Okay, yeah, still no signal. Alright, so I will give it a little time to make sure it's going to overheat actually. Never mind, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and turn it off. But it does turn off normally as well. So, again, I'm confident it's not an SSD issue this time. It's something I did wrong. So today is about going back and fixing mistakes, because that's what we do in life. We make mistakes. We go back and do the best we can to correct those mistakes and hope we don't make the same mistakes again. Let's go ahead and top this off, pop this off. Okay, I'm going to take this apart off camera real quick just because I still don't have the appropriate camera set up to do the rest of it. There we go. All right. disconnect this board as well. There we go. Beep. Alright, so power supply down here. Oh, I gotta take screws out. Do I need to take screws out? Yeah, the Wi-Fi board has to come out for sure, but I don't think the rest of it needs to come out. There we go. Wi-Fi screws are out. Just pull that sumbitch right out. Let's not mix it up with the other one. Go back in the Series X parts box. Alright. Awesome. And I think we should, yeah, this should just come right up. There we go. And again, just put this down here for the time being. Alright, and go ahead and remove the ribbon cable in total. And we'll take out the clamp. Give them the clamps! You know, I'll tell you what, I don't like the... Well, I'll be clear. I don't like the Series X in general. It's been nothing but a nightmare to me. But I really don't like the V2. I don't like the V2 boards because they took off all of the laminate on the top that gave all of the voltage readings and things like that. I like the version 1 boards because they had that. But I hate the version 1 boards because they have that metal screen over the clamp, and that thing drives me up a wall. It was the stupidest move. Thank God they took it off in V2, but that screen is stupid. Go. And number 4. Perfect. Alright. Clamp goes bye-bye. Board comes out. And we're going to try and figure out where this messed up. So. Alright. Got the board. I'm going to put the board housing down. Now obviously with the 1X I will be taking that apart and putting new thermal paste on and everything like that before I put it back together. So alright, let's swap over to microscope cam. Boop. Okay. So you can see the trace repair that we did, and it was on pin 1. So let's go back and double check our pins real quick. Actually, let's make sure we have solid connection. I'm almost positive when I checked it last we did. There was absolutely connection there. But I do see some of those pins that don't look fully soldered on, and maybe that was the problem initially. Again, this is why we go back and double check our work. I should have done it a long time ago, but here we are. Alright, so the meter goes in continuity mode. Let's see, so we'll try and dig into the wire here. Coming back here. I really don't want to take off that coating if I can help it, but I do need to check and make sure it's got connection way in there. Yeah, I'm going to have to take just a tiny bit of that coating off just to make sure it does in fact have the proper connection. I can always recode it. It's not a big deal. Alright, so I think I've got a piece of the metal exposed there. Yeah, so that is fully connected. That over. And then if I come down here, just to make sure, so if I come here, go to right here, yeah, and it does run to the filter. So it's getting signal all the way through. So that wire is good. Alright, so let's go back and double check my pins and see if that was our problem. And I replaced the retimer for no reason. So let's see. It's good. It's good. It's good. 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 Was this also a missing trace? You know what? I think there was a missing trace back there, but it's a no connect, so I don't think it's required to have it soldered, to have it connected to anything. That one is moving, but so is the pad underneath it, it looks like. Okay, yeah, that's moving with the pad. And again, that's a no connect. Okay. Yeah, so the only two that are moving are two no connects, or two ground pins, essentially. Could that be causing an issue? Should they be grounded? I don't feel like that's a requirement. I could be wrong about that. I feel like if it's a no connect, then it really shouldn't be a huge deal. But maybe I'm wrong. I could be very wrong. So I'm pretty sure that's a resistor. Let's take some readings real quick, and then we'll double check the soldering on my retimer job. Let's get that there. Is that a fuse? I'm getting OL on this resistor. I thought it was a resistor. Maybe it's a fuse. heat it up a little bit and get that flux off of there. 'Cause it is sticky. Grab ourselves a cotton swab. Just clean that area up a little bit. You know, I'm wondering now if those ground pins really do need to connect to something. I feel like they don't have to, though. I feel like everything I've done in the past, the ground pins don't require a connection. I mean, I could be very wrong about that. Let's be very clear. Let's check this cap. Okay. So this cap is good. Awesome. All right. Let's check out this retimer. Let's move over a little bit here. Okay. So, this is the new retimer I put on. Alright, so, I mean, it's in line, but it definitely doesn't look the best. So I'll try and tidy those joints up. Let's keep moving. Those are in line. Those all appear to have a pretty good connection. Again, in line. Looks to have a good connection. I'll probably run it over with the iron just to be sure. On this side. This side looks rough. Might even be a bridge. It's hard to tell. But again, fully in line and connected. So first things first, let's go ahead and just run the iron and tidy up the edges a bit. Luckily there's not a whole bunch of small components in this area that I have to worry about, which is nice. Alright. Let's get a little flux in there. No small components, but plenty of test points I can bridge. You know, if I'm going to do that one little one that's bothering me, I'm going to have to swap over to a tinier tip. It's really, yeah, it's really bothering me about those no connects. I'm wondering if that's where the problem is, and that even though they're no connects, they still have to have a grounded connection. I feel like they shouldn't, though. I mean, it's bothering me. There we go. That's better connected now. There we go. Alright, so now those are all much more connected than they looked previously. Then we gotta fix this side. This side I should be able to just run the big iron over, because it needs more heat. This board is thick. Alright, there we go. Okay. Let's come in. Let me get in here a little bit. Let me tidy up some of that flux and see if it is indeed bridged, or I'm just looking at it weird. Let's tidy up that flux some, and let's get a little alcohol in there so I can see clearer. appear to be bridged. I will come in with the little iron again and just kind of tidy these up. Yeah, let me swap iron again. Let me swap tips. Ugh. Nope, don't you do that. Alright. Let's clean this up a little bit again. Alright, there we go. So those are all nice and tidy now. I'm going to drop a little bit extra on this end one right here. There we go. That makes me feel better. Okay, so those are all tidied up and in place now. No bridges, nothing like that. All good things. Alright. Alright, so now let's go ahead, now that it's been... because I'm comfortable with the actual positioning on the chip. So I know it's in the right positions, and I've tidied up all the solder joints. Let's see if that fixed it. I don't think it did, but it's worth trying. If not, then I think I might have to run wire to those, because there were 3 missing traces, but only one of them was a connecting trace. The other 2 were ground. I might have to run wire to those grounded connections, or to those no connects. And that might be the reason it's not working, because it's not getting the ground connection that it needs. I really don't feel like that's the case. I feel like if it's a no connect, it's fine. But maybe it needs that ground on these Series X's. Who knows? Either way, let's just give it a quick try. And I really don't want to have to run that wire again specifically, so I'm hoping to avoid doing that. But if we have to, we have to. Clamp. You know what? Just to be safe with these, do it manually. Go. Sorry, I'll move the hands in just a moment. There we go. Okay. Again, I don't think this is going to do it, but it's worth a shot. Because some of those connections on there were bad, and they needed to be done regardless. Go. Alright, clamp is back in place. Let's put the south bridge board back on. Okay, south bridge board. Alright. Power supply. Okay. Well, let's see if this changes anything. Again, I'm not confident that it will, but it's worth a shot. Where to put that board? Go. Alright. Oh, sorry. You guys can't see a damn thing. How very rude. Alright, there we go. Alright, power board is in. Cord is in. And let's see what happens. Alright. Well, it still turns on. That's positive. Yep, I didn't think so. Alright, well, worth the effort. So then here's the conundrum. Do I remove the HDMI port that's on there and run 2 wires to those missing traces on the no connect and see if that fixes it? Because if I do that, oh, you know what? They might not be no connects. They might have a back end connection. Oh shit, I didn't think about that. Because every time I've seen somebody work on one of those, I have seen them connect. No, I don't think there's a connection back there. You know what? hell with it. I hope I have another port. I don't do a whole lot of these. I think I have one left. Okay. Let's take the port off. Let's run the wire that we need to. And let's see if that actually is the problem. Where's my pry tool? There we go. Pry tool. Alright. Power supply off. Cable off. South bridge board off. Okay. Ribbon cable completely off. There we go. Oh. Woo. Man, I'm not looking forward to removing this HDMI port. This thing eats heat like nobody's business. Alright. Okay. Remove the clamp once again. Clamp, go bye-bye. I gotta order more ports. Okay. Alright, now luckily I did use leaded solder, leaded solder last time. So this should be easier to take off. But man, am I not looking forward to this. And I'm probably going to have to rerun that wire. Well, maybe not. Maybe I can pull the port without taking that wire fully out. We'll see. Alright. Do I have any major components I need to worry about? Oh! Well... Hold a moment. May have found the problem. Interesting. This is a development. You know what? I forgot somebody worked on this before me, so yes, that's the other part of this. Somebody else did work on this. That's how the HDMI trace got damaged the first time. I did not even bother to check this. The ESD is broken. No wonder it's not working. Jesus Christ. Okay. Why did I not look at that? Good thing I didn't take the port off. That ESD is smashed. Unbelievable. I can't believe I didn't notice that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Now the question is, have they come out with, I think somebody did. They did an ESD bypass for the Series X already. Am I wrong in thinking that? Does anybody remember seeing one done? The ESD bypass on the Series X? Yeah, I mean, you're right there, Demi. I should have checked it way beforehand. But I mean, it's the lowest thing on my list of things to check. So I probably would have went the entire time without looking until I saw that. I'm pretty sure someone's done an ESD bypass on the Series X. I'm almost positive. Well, first things first. Let's get this shit out of there. Unbelievable. See, this is why you gotta be careful buying stuff that other people have worked on. Alright. Well, let's get it cleaned up. Damaged pieces are gone. Oh, I can't believe I didn't see that before. Well, you know what it is. Like Demi said, it is what it is. And that pad's also gone as well. So, hopefully that's not a required part, otherwise I'll be, well, you know what, I'm running wire anyway, so. Oh no, actually that could be a problem. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I do have to tidy up that one spot right there. That looks like it's two bridged areas. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. There we go. All right. Now we have to find the bypass. I need to see how the picture's looking at it real quick. So they have the 3 black resistors at the top of the picture. So I think it should be the same way I have it. pretty sure it's how I'm looking at it. Yeah, it is. Okay. Alright, so there is a bypass, and I guess that's what we're going to do. And luckily I think that pad that's missing is not part of it. So this pad right here that's missing is not part of the bypass. Alright. Let's do it. Gonna give myself a little room with the camera here. Let's come in a little closer. Alright, here we go. I gotta fix that kink in the wire real quick. It's bothering me. So I apologize if I don't talk while I'm doing this. These jumper wire jobs are always a little rough for me. So I'm a very large man. My hands are big, and doing dainty work like this. You know what? I'm just gonna cut that off. Doing dainty work like this is not my forte. Go. Let's retin. Where's my knife? There we go. Solder on the tip here. Go. I gotta clean up some of that flux. I'm having trouble seeing. Go there. Stop trying to go there. Alright, I gotta clean up this flux. I'll put a new one down. It's just getting too hard to see. loosen up a little bit of the wire up here. We got that tinned. Fuck. Damn it. You know what, I might have to do these one at a time. And literally just go in. Oh, god damn it. I hate jumper wire. Okay. That's on. Let's attempt to get this to the correct spot. And just tack it down. Okay. Now, just be kind and connect. Yep, there it goes. God damn it. Alright. Try this a different way. think that's connected properly. If it is, then what we'll do is we'll tack it down with some solder mask. Before we do the next one. Fuck, it's not. You know what? It was gonna fall out anyway. So that's fine. And there goes the wire. Alright. Let's give it a good cleaning again, and let's re-tin those pads. Maybe the pads is where I'm having the trouble. So let's clean up the whole area. Let's go ahead and get some fresh solder. Yep, that was too big. Let's go ahead. Ow, that was dumb. That was very dumb. Don't touch the soldering iron while it's still hot, everybody. The lesson from today, from Roy's Repair and Resale. Holy shit, that hurt. Don't do the dumb things. Damn, I can smell the burnt skin. Ooh, that burns. That burns like a butt cheek on a stick. Okay. Not much left of those pads right now. Ooh, that's starting to burn. Oh yeah, that crispified my skin. You know what? That's the pains of doing it. You don't pay attention to what you're doing, you're gonna get hurt. Go. Alright. That should do to get the conformal coating on there. So it doesn't come loose again and I don't lose my damn mind. Okay. And let's bust out the UV light. That's not the right one. Let's get the working one. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to let that sit right there. My lady heated me up some lunch. That's real nice of her. I have done it incorrectly. I'm looking at a better picture, and I have done it incorrectly. Bruh. Oh, I could have saved myself so much heartache. God damn it. Well, at least a little bit of heartache to start out. There's still going to be heartache, but... Yep. Could have saved myself a whole lot of trouble. Alright, well. Let's clear this off. Alright, not a big deal. It's a learning curve. That's fine. Actually, I don't even need that. Just go ahead and pop it off. Not a big deal. Okay. So don't do what I just did. Do what I'm about to do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that as is, because the rest of it's going to be a little easier, I think. Okay, hold a moment. I'm going to go grab some food real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I got my foodstuffs. Okay, so we're going to do it the correct way this time. That is the correct way to do it. And that's so much easier. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Come all the way around. Okay, there we go. Alright, so those two are good, and I feel like those are going to be the easiest ones. Alright, let's just make sure those are fully connected real quick. Alright, so they are connected and they're not bridged. So those are good things. Alright, now for the next part. Just eyeing to make sure I get this right, guys. Just double checking myself, guys. Bear with me.
Here's one thing you
Hang on
need to
one
do
second.
before.
No, don't worry about that. We're gonna mute this. I just need to check this video that was done real quick, guys. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, it is this one. Okay. Alright, I just want to make sure I was looking at the right one. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm watching the actual video right now just to make sure I don't have to hurt myself any more than I already have. I'm back. Okay. Just reconfirm myself here. So that goes from there to there. Got it. Okay. All right. We're getting there, guys. Thanks for being so patient while I learn something entirely new to me. Melt some of this flux down a bit. Am I doing this on the right one? I might be doing it on the wrong one. Hang on. Nope, that's the right one. Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. That's alright. No big deal. I'll put it back on. I'm going to have to switch tips again. up a little bit more. Right, yep, that is connected to the correct one. Okay, that one's good. That's not what I wanted. Okay, and then one last one. Let's just make sure that's actually connected fully. Oh. Okay, good. Alright, and the last one should be an easy one. Okay. That should be good. That should be the entire bypass. Okay, so that should be the entire bypass. Do want to work on these side wires over here. Just make sure there's no worry about them touching whatsoever. There we go. There we go. Alright. So now we got to give it a thorough cleaning to make sure this conformal coating sticks well. Fix that one bottom wire there just to give us a little extra room. My hands are so shaky right now. Okay. Alright. That's as comfortable as I'm going to get with it. Nope. Let's not throw the fucking microscope everywhere. Alright. Alright, there we go. And back to UV light. Set this whole thing under here and just kind of let it go for a little while. So while that's curing, I'm going to take a bite of some food. All right. Got some pizza and garlic rolls. enjoying the food time. Alright, now again, I have never done a bypass on one of these before. Alright. Alright, food has been consumed. Let's take this off for a second. Let's see where we are. So that does not look very cured. So we're going to employ some hot air to help out with that. Alright, that looks better. Alright, let's just double check real quick. Good, good, good. All strong. Alright, all strong. Good. Alright, so that should complete the bypass. So, let's see, we've run a jumper wire, we've replaced an HDMI port, we've resoldered the retimer, and we've now had to do an ESD bypass. What's the bet it works? Who's feeling lucky? Alright, where's my clamp? Clamp. Okay. Ribbon cable going back in. South bridge board coming back in. Click. Alright. Big test time. Let's go ahead and move this over here. Oh, power supply. Go. Just making sure that power supply is fully in there. And if this works, again, this will get new thermal paste and everything like that as well. So not going to fully put it back together, just enough to test. Okay. Nexus cable. Alright, Nexus cable is in. Power button plugged in. HDMI. I'm going to alcohol it a little bit. HDMI. Plugged in. Alright, here we go. Let's make sure it still turns on. Yep, turns on. Oh, please, please. 3, 2, 1. Oh, still nothing? You gotta be breaking my balls right now. Still nothing. Still nothing. Damn. Well, the bypass needed to be done regardless, and I know it's done correctly because I saw someone that did it and it worked. But that's not my problem. So then that brings me back to the HDMI port with the two no connects. That aren't rounded to anything. So that would be my guess, is that those no connects have to be connected. If nothing else, then just to get the ground signal from it, I guess. That would be my guess. Alright, let's shut her down. this cable is out. Oh, that is unfortunate. I was really hoping we'd have it after that. Alright, well, I keep hearing this crunching sound every time I go into the HDMI port. Let's just check that real quick. Let's hold it all together. Keep it together. No, that port looks fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that port. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to call it here for now, and next week we're going to come back to this, and I am going to take off the port that's on there, and I'm going to put on a new, well, I'm going to run 2 new wires to the 2 missing pads that are no connects, and we're going to try that. But we did an ESD bypass. Never done one of those before, so that's exciting. Don't know if it actually worked or not yet because there's no display, but based on the video I saw, it definitely was done correctly. I checked all continuity, everything like that, so it should be fine. I think the problem is going to be those 2 no connects not getting any ground connection. That's really the only other thing I can think of. So we're going to try that. But that's going to be next week because I've already taken up a whole lot of time today. Thank you everybody for coming back. I appreciate you being patient with me while I took my break, and I will be back next week, and we're going to continue working on that, and who knows, maybe I'll have another one by that point. Love you all so much. Thanks for coming and hanging out, and enjoy the rest of the weekend.